Welcome to Empowered. I'm so glad you're here, and it's great that you're starting something new and that we're going to do something different this time. So, with Empowered, you have the weekly live coaching calls on Sundays and possibly Tuesdays, but you have also an entire platform to go through these modules. Now, these modules are between 8 and 15 minutes long each. That's all I'm asking. I know you're busy. I know that you already got a lot going on, and life only gives you so many moments to yourself. So I kept them short. But I would like you to get access to the platform. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go over to community.empoweredtrainingllc.com, and that'll show up with a login screen. And I logged in under my test email here. Invalid. Yay. If you get invalid email or password, then go ahead and do a password reset, which I'm just going to pause this and do now. Now, okay, we'll see if that worked. And it did. Okay, so you'll be brought to a screen with Welcome to Empowered Level Up. We are going for the course, and it will either say Start Course or Continue Course. Go ahead and click on that button. And in here, we have our materials. So we have the curriculum, the important links, and the resources. I'm going to go from the bottom up here. So our resources are here. We have our 90-day Fit for Life journal. And I'll show you what that looks like here as well. So I would like you to download this as soon as possible. And then when you're ready to start, it starts on day 1. And it will take you through the materials as well. So this appears to be a long document. Yeah, no kidding. It's a long document because it's got 90 daily steps. And so each day, and these top sections are for when you get into different modules. But for each day, we have week 1, start where you are. Day 1 to 7 focus is awareness and baseline. We're going to learn our starting point without judgment. So with that, it'll have the task for the week on day 1s. And we'll get in there. Yeah. All right. So this is going to start on Sunday as far as the journal is concerned. I recommend that you start on a Sunday just because it'll keep the days of the week together, and Sunday's a good starting point for most of us. So tasks for the entire week on day 1 are going to show watch module 1, that's the welcome, log in and set yourself up on Chronometer, and then start taking your base measurements, which is our weights, our picks, and our actual tape measurements. And that module there has all the how-to that you need for that. And then module 3 is how to track everything in Chronometer. So that will get you started. I don't expect you to have that done on day 1. Congrats if you do, though. So moving forward, you'll see day 2 has got some ideas. Keep working. Here's your test. Just keep working on your tasks. Otherwise, you might have things to think about here, right? And then encouragement to post in the Facebook group, because we are a community and we are in this together, and it's better when everybody's posting in there and talking to each other. So this is our 90-day journal. It's awesome because it has your reminders for logging your weight and how you're feeling about that each week. And we've got the weekly dedications in here. It's pretty great. Okay, so moving forward. back to this. We also have our guides in here, and this is going to continue to expand. And then if you are into the gym workouts and you want those from me, I put the first two in here along with a recommendation to use Heavy the app. And of course, my computer is freezing right now. So that will be in there. There we go. All right, so here's some instruction about this lesson. Here we go. We don't require workouts, but there they are if you want them. And then in the attached files, those are things that you can download and see for yourself. In this case, I just took a picture of my Heavy app that shows what to do for each one. And each of these has my instructions. If you do this through the app, then you'll be able to click on a video to see how exactly to do each of these things. So it's pretty nicely set up for you. All right. And each one you can mark complete if you'd like. Resources. So that's resources. Important links. We have our check-in call in here. So if you don't receive the email or you don't find the email with the Zoom links, or I don't send those to you on Facebook because I've been doing, you can find them right here. This is where you'll find that invite. We have a check-in survey that you are welcome to get some extra support with. So basically you'll click on this and click on the link, and it will bring you to a survey. I personally review these every week. And if I see something that I can give you input on or encouragement on, I'll send that to you. So this is kind of an Easter egg bonus here. And it just kind of goes through, how was your week? What do you need? Do you need a call? Let's talk about it all. So I want to make sure that you're really supported in this program. Moving forward in important links, we have our Facebook group. So this group is where announcements are made. It's where our wins are celebrated. You can ask your questions in there. And trust me, if you have a question, somebody else is probably wondering the same thing. So get in there and ask your questions. Get in there, celebrate your wins. And then I also have the links to Chronometer. So Chronometer is where we track everything. And what I mean by everything is it tracks sleep, it tracks activity, it tracks your water, and of course it tracks your nutrition. And there's a whole module on Chronometer on how to do that. I mean, this app is pretty cool, y'all. You can just take a picture of your food and it will guess what's in there. Or if you have something with a code on it, you can just click that and it'll automatically log it for you. It's pretty easy. And I get to look at it too when we're talking. If we do check-ins, I can look at that and see what you've been logging and how you've been doing with that. Oops, I got out of there too fast. Okay, so those are important links, and that's where they're at. And then the curriculum itself, these are the modules that I talk about in the journal. So we have our Welcome to Empowered. You'll go in here, and the lesson will often automatically start, not in this case, but this time I did a YouTube. Anyway, you'll get the instructions and those kind of things for that. But again, I've kept those videos really short, and I wanted to do that because, again, I know you're busy. So there's one in here for baseline measurements, and it will go through how to measure. There we go. That one started automatically. And then about this lesson, just some instructions there. So as you go, like these ones you want to do within the first week if you can. And then goal setting will be probably around 3, 4, or 5 weeks in, so that you can set your short-term goals, your long-term goals, and your forever goals. And the reason why we wait to do that is because we're already making changes just by tracking our stuff, just by becoming aware of everything that we're doing. That takes a lot of brain power right there. And then once we realize what we're doing, we start making little incremental changes, and then we can create goals, because then we get an idea of how much we want to and how much we're able to devote to any weight loss plan or any goals. And then we can set those goals and make them really realistic for you. All right, keep going after a slip. When you feel yourself slipping, this is a really good one to watch and rewatch. And then we get into the 4 pillars of health. So all of these are levers that we can pull to really take care of our health. And they all are interdependent. They all depend on each other. So they're really important. And these are detailed. Again, they're only 16 minutes here, 11 minutes there. So they're short, but watch them and become aware of your sleep, your hydration, your nutrition, and your physical activity, because those are the things that are going to help us to do something differently this time. So again, I'm glad you're here. I hope this video was helpful. I hope this walkthrough was helpful, and I will talk with you all soon.